Today I wanted to talk about courting agents. This is something that a lot of us struggle with, especially since AI has become more prominent. Way more books are coming out than they used to. Like, the whole market is just completely oversaturated. I guess about 3 or 4 years ago, it was advised to only query like one agent at a time. They want us to respect their time. Unfortunately, not all agents, but some of them are not respectful of our time. So you need to keep that in mind, and here's what you should do. Instead of querying one agent, you should definitely query multiple agents, and let me explain to you why. If I had followed the etiquette of only submitting to one agent at a time, I would only be on like my second or third query by now, and I've been querying since... Actually, I would be on my second. I'd only be on my second because I started querying about early July, like during the first week. It took that agent 114 days to respond to my query, to which she said no. She was very polite, very nice, but she rejected it. And if I were to stay with that etiquette, I would probably be going on several years before I found an agent. I've been querying roughly like 8 to 15 at a time, which I know an agent sees this, they're probably gonna just like have a lot of like resentment towards me, but unfortunately that's just how it is these days. I recently went on Twitter and I saw a lot of other people talking about this topic, and I saw one person in particular took them 18 years to find an agent because he was querying one agent at a time. And unfortunately, that is just not something that you can do anymore. And a good way to avoid that being a problem is when you submit to multiple agents at a time, and if someone requests your book and someone agrees to sign you on, you should take your time to pull your queries back from all the other agents. That way, so you're still respecting their time and they don't have to waste any time on your novel, and they can get to other people. Also, and this is something that I recently found out, is that agents aren't representing you. Agents are representing your current book. So you do not want to make anybody mad because an agent that you pulled from today, you might need down the line. Because if an agent likes one of your book, that doesn't mean they're going to like all of your books. It does increase your chances of them wanting to represent you down the line, depending upon your sales and how well you two work together. So you do not want to cut any lines. You do not want to cut anybody off. Like, you want to stay in the green with as many agents as humanly possible. Even if it didn't work out with your current book, you want to make sure that you don't close any doors for any representation down the line, because you really just do not know. You may eventually come across an agent that just loves your work so much that they may, in a sense, represent you as a person when they're not. I mean, they're not. At the end of the day, they're not. They're representing your book. It's not you, it's what you have on paper. So when you're querying a bunch of people, just remember to respect their time. That way, so down the line, they can respect your time if you ever have to double down and, go back to the person that you initially revoked from. If you are having trouble, finding agents to represent you, I highly recommend Query Tracker. I came across this about June, July-ish of this year. I'm pretty sure it's around July is when I first discovered it on Blue Sky. Who would have thought? Great place, great sources. Always be sure to check them out. Check out their Twitter page. Check their publishing page, because they have to provide their publisher link. And unfortunately, just because they're on Query Tracker does not mean that they're legit. And I don't think I've ran into this problem yet, but I have heard and read stories of other people having this problem. So make sure, even if they're listed, do a deep dive. Just check their publishing pages, their Twitter pages, even do a quick Google search, on these people, and make sure that they don't have any complaints or lawsuits against them. I don't remember the exact name of the publisher, but I came across one that I was going to send a query to, but then it turns out that they had a whole lawsuit against them. So needless to say, I quickly backtracked and I wrote them down as someone to never query from again, because you have those options on there. You can do different labels for these agencies. So if you find someone, huge red flag, you can mark it as like do not show again or something like that. Yeah, but it's on there. After you get that contract that we are all just so dying for, it usually takes like a year, maybe even a year and a half to actually get everything finalized and actually out there on the bookshelves. It even sometimes takes up to 2 years. It really just depends upon who you're working with and the publishers they're working with and how backed up they are. Like it's all different. It varies, but usually it's not going to be less than a year though, is the typical average. I have been seeing a lot of debate. Traditionally published versus self-published. And a lot of people are backing up the self-publishing thing because traditionally published, takes so long and agents do take a cut. But here's the problem. Here's the thing that a lot of these people are not thinking of is that self-publishing, KDP, all these places, they take a cut too. They take their profits, and on average, the average person usually only makes anywhere from 50 cents to $2 per book that they sell. And you have to do all the marketing yourself. You have to do all the social medias yourself. Some people don't do social media, but any marketing, any ads, like you have to do yourself. Now, people do say that you have to do a little bit of it, when it comes to traditionally published. But here's the thing. When you're traditionally published, your book's going to be on a shelf. People are going to actually see a physical copy. When you're self-published, that's probably never going to happen. And a lot of people don't realize independent bookstores do not support independent authors. Like that is something that a lot of people don't realize. There really is no support system like that for independent authors. You can go into a store, you can try to somehow like talk them into putting your book on the shelf if you are self-published, but unfortunately that's like less than 1%. That's like 0.05% of authors are able to do that. And I mean, it's just, the whole thing is just kind of based upon you. I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, it's based upon you. But yeah, anyway, that's really why I'm going the traditionally published route, because like I've been down the self-publishing route and it's really just not worth it. Not to me anyway. Some people can pull it off. Some people have a great online presence and people are like, oh my God, I love you. I'll buy anything that you put out. But yeah, just keep all that in mind. And that's pretty much all I have to say on that topic. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. Put them in the comments below. Y'all see this weird hand gestures I'm doing today? Man, I'm just all over the place. So yeah, any questions, comments, thoughts, go ahead and put them down in the comments. I'd be glad to answer any questions you have. I've been in the self-publishing business for about 15 years now. Going on 16 here pretty soon. Been in it since I was 17. So yeah, any questions you have, feel free. I can answer them. Unless it's traditionally published, my knowledge on that is pretty limited at the moment. Other than like querying and talking to agents and stuff, that's about all I know right now. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great week/weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye guys.